Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on September the 14th, 2016, and well, beginning of the show and the end of the show were fine. The rest of the show was kind of just more filler matches. And basically, again, what you're expecting, rebuilding the actual NXT product, and hopefully we'll see some something more when they do the next set of tapings and everything in that sense. But what they did, they start off the show, you have Samoa Joe come out and he calls out Shinsuke Nakamura. And, he's playing off the exact same thing he did the week before, this whole respect factor and everything in that sense. And things were, he was trying to change up the way he was doing things, calls out Nakamura saying, it's like, I don't take back what I was saying, but now I realize it's like, you are a worthy challenger and a worthy champion and everything and that. So Joe wants his rematch. When he's cleared, Nakamura says yes, of course accepts everything, and you're thinking just standard fare. As Nakamura's on the rampway, Joe attacks and basically just lays out Shinsuke Nakamura, putting him out with was it the slam that the slam he usually does in the corner. He does that outside the ring onto the steel steps. They do it to the point that it's like they do a stretcher job for Shinsuke Nakamura, which they usually don't do stretcher jobs inside of NXT. So something a little bit different. Like you could tell the feud's heating up again in that sense. So Joe got what he wanted. And now he lays out Shinsuke Nakamura. So after that. Well, which I thought was really good. I thought the segment itself was good. I liked the mannerisms of Joe, staying in the terms of him saying he was respecting of Shinsuke Nakamura and everything in that sense, and then lays him out afterwards. I liked where they went with it. So after that was basically a lot of their matches that they were going through, and I'll go through the three matches before the main event. You had Liv Morgan going up against. Rachel Ellering. She had a new name. I forget what it is off the top of my head, but it is Paul Ellering's daughter. Liv Morgan wins. This time she uses a guillotine choke to win instead of that roundhouse kick that she won with a couple weeks ago. I kind of like that finish a little bit better, but the match was kind of meh. That's really all you have to say. The match was kind of meh. After that, Liv Morgan gets on the mic and cuts a promo saying she wants Asuka, which you would assume they're going to do the match, but you don't have a good feeling about Liv Morgan's chances in that case. So we'll see how they play everything off of that whenever they decide to have that match. Up next, you had Drew Gulak, who was part of the Cruiserweight Classic, which, by the way, that last show, thumbs up to the Cruiserweight Classic. That was a very entertaining last show to crown the not the NXT, but the WWE Cruiserweight Champion and everything in that sense. And he was part of that Cruiserweight Classic tournament to go along with it. And he went up against Hideo Itami, and all you have to really say about this match is it was a very hard-hitting match. Like, you were expecting it to be almost a semi-squash match, but no, it was both of them hard-hitting back and forth between the two of them. It came off to be a rather good match between the two of them. Itami wins with the GTS. First time he's hit and this is also like the first time he's hit the GTS within the confines of Full Sail, so of course it got a huge pop for when he hit the move. Up next, you had the Authors of Pain going up against a couple local guys, which, of course, the Authors of Pain win quick. They basically make them look like more monsters. You're still not getting much from them. Like, Paul Ellering doesn't really talk much about them or anything like that. You don't get any real background stuff or anything like that from either side. So, it is what it is in that case. It's just another squash match putting them over. Potentially, I guess, setting up some... Like, they'll squash enough people and setting up into like a tag team title match at some point in time. Who knows where they're going with these guys? They don't necessarily have a storyline right now. That's what you really got to say about that. They don't really have a storyline. And this brings me to the main event of the night, which was No Way Jose going up against Bobby Roode. And this is the first time Bobby Roode's had a match within within Full Sail University. His match with No Way Jose, I thought was a pretty good match. Jose showed a different side in the terms of, when he goes up against the bigger talent, like the bigger name talent, he really does step up. He does different things within inside the ring. He steps up to that particular person. Of course they're going to have Roode win here, and lo and behold, they decide to let him have a different finisher this time around, where he goes with the Impaler DDT versus that Pump Handle Slam he did at NXT TakeOver. So I personally like the Impaler DDT. I think it's a better finisher. The match was decent. Like I said, Jose definitely has grown on me. He's more than just the Fiesta gimmick in the terms of the dance gimmick and everything in that sense. And we'll see where they go with him down the line here in the very near future, along with everything. But Bobby Roode looked pretty good in this match. The match was fine. I still feel like the better match was the Drew Gulak versus Hideo Itami match from earlier in the show. But overall, again, NXT, I liked the beginning and I liked the end of the shows. But that middle portion was still a little bit lacking. Outside Drew Gulak and Hideo Itami, the rest of the show, you still get that feel. And it's all the big names are now gone and up on the main roster, and they're rebuilding everything, and they're trying to get people over. And you can tell that from the crowd as well, that some of these guys are over, some of these guys are beginning to get over, some of these guys are just kind of, there in a sense of everything, and we'll see where they go with everything down the road here with NXT. And that is my review for WWE NXT this week. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.